103. What's up?
103.
TM 103. That's why I feel like listening to Jeezy. I'm a chill.
Thug motivation. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a good one. That was a good one.
it was. It was. What's up, y'all?
Another Sunday.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Summer's over. Summer's.
we are transitioning into fall, aka with autumn. Yes, it is. Yes, it is protect your neck season. You better get all the remedies out right now. Right now. It's time. It's time. Your elderberry syrup, bring it out. Black seed oil, bring it out.
That's a fact.
Oil of oregano, bring it out.
I see something people talking about oil of oregano. You got to be careful. That's the whole other thing. You got to be careful where you purchase it at because it may not be like helpful. It may actually do more harm. I meant to send that to you the other day. I don't
Interesting.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what I can say to as a response to that. I gotta do my DD with that, but I can tell you that when I purchased two different types of black seed oil, I definitely noticed differences that were major, not minor. So when we talk about like even strength, like even tasting it, like the strength, you taste the difference.
Right. I know what you're talking about. Hmm.
Okay, so there may be some truth to the oil of oregano because there are different types of oregano. People don't know
Hmm.
there's Greek oregano, Spanish oregano. Like there's different types of oregano. So I'm interested to know like what is like the standard quality oregano that they use to make oil of oregano.
Hmm.
But that's
Another thing.
that's a whole
Paige.
other
Paige was the WNBA Rookie of the Month. I just saw that come up.
anticipating her being the
Winning.
rookie of the year.
Right.
Very much so. Very much so. Um, yeah, hold on, y'all. Let me just get the social media stuff out the way.
Thank y'all for tapping in with us.
Yes, as always. Appreciate y'all. Like we say, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. Clearly there is a WNBA game going on right now, but thank you for joining. This is the 21 Titles Weekly Recap, episode 103. If you are new here, let me break it down. Our mission is threefold. We're here to expand the visibility of women's sports with a heavy focus on women's basketball. Chantee and I are former collegiate student athletes, so it was only right that, we bring our perspective to the forefront, being former student athletes. Secondly, connecting the community to the business of sports on the collegiate and professional side. So collegiately, we'll say that encompasses NIL. Since 2021, legislation has been passed for student athletes to monetize their name, image, and likeness. So we really, really feel that having conversations about NIL and the ever evolving landscape is very important. And lastly, we usually talk about some type of technology / culture bit. We were fortunate enough to be early adopters of Web3 back in 2020, 2021, and we were introduced to blockchain technology. And We just feel that that is as innovative as the internet. When we talk about technology expanding and kind of revolution, just, changing the dynamics of the world. And we think that that is blockchain. So we'll touch on all those subjects during this segment. We usually go for about an hour, a little bit over an hour sometimes if we're really in our bag. But we'll usually start off with some sports news. So WNBA recap. I'll recap some of the games, and then we'll go into some business of sports news. We have we're going to be talking about a UNC student purchasing a Ben and Jerry's using his NIL earnings. We're going to talk about the Valkyries being one of the first expansion teams to have a playoff berth. And then, we'll talk about some culture, US Open. It was giving. So let's get into it. WNBA. It's coming down to the wire, Chantee.
Playoffs, we less than, I don't know, a week away.
Yeah, I
Less
believe
than a week
the
away.
playoffs. Well, we are a week away. They start on the 14th.
There you go. Yeah. I
they,
just looked at the date.
they start on the 14th. And it's been a very interesting season thus far. So on Friday, we had 3 games. The Dream versus the Sparks, Sky versus the Fever, and the Liberty versus the Storm. I got a chance to watch a little bit of the Sky versus Fever game, and it was just the Fever from the beginning. Okay, they had no chance. Fever really had no chance. I mean, the Sky had no chance that game. The Fever came out shooting basically 58% from the field. Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, and the pick and roll action is a thing of beauty. Like they really just kept exploiting that. I'm gonna be honest, because the Chicago Sky's defense was really terrible. They were not doing anything on the pick and roll that game, and they got exploited. So it wasn't a really exciting game. That game, I kind of had to turn the game off because it was pretty much a blowout. And let me just say this. I'm gonna say this because I really, really like Odyssey Sims. Like, I really need her to be the head of a WNBA team at some point. Like, I hate that she keeps getting these, like, has to do the 7-day contract, resign and resign. Like, she's a legitimate starting point guard for some team. So she also had another stellar game on Friday. But I think the game on Friday night was the Liberty versus the Storm. Chantee always says how I give the Liberty. I'm always talking about how the Liberty play catch up ball, essentially, and they did this time too. They stayed true to who they were. But the Seattle Storm, they've in the latter parts of the games, these past few games, they just really been just breaking down. Like, I don't understand where the disconnect is coming from. But they've been going pretty cold in the latter stages of the game. And just to rewind, so I had a chance to watch the Storm play the LA Sparks on Tuesday, on September 2nd. I only watched the fourth quarter of this game. And let me tell you how the Seattle Storm totally collapsed in that game. The last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of that game, the Seattle Storm did not score at all. The LA Sparks went on an 11-0 run and came back and beat them, I believe, by 2 points on Tuesday. And it's really quite incredible to see Seattle go through these really long droughts, like these scoring droughts with all the players that they have on their team, from Skylar to NECA to Gabby. Like, there should be no loss of offense, really. But sometimes in the latter stages of the game, the Storm just happen to they fall apart. They really do fall apart. So that game going into Friday's game where they play the Liberty, it was a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. I think that's why we seen Skylar very emotional at the end of the game at the press conference. They've been on a it's bad timing. Just bad timing with them losing the last couple of games, as they trying to like really make a playoff push, So yeah, the Liberty they essentially came over a hump, and they Emma Mieseman was cooking.
Yeah,
that
well,
game.
I'm glad they got a win. It's been a while. I feel like alongside for the Liberty, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like they like the latter end of the season, the plummet has been crazy. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I think right now they're in 5th in the overall standings. I don't know who they would play first if they were to play today. But this is just
It might be Phoenix.
it's just a bad time for them to like
Yeah.
be on like just not clicking. It just doesn't make sense. You added another piece, Emma, who's gonna get buckets, and it's as if y'all just don't. I don't know. I understand the injuries,
Right.
but there's a lack of like connectivity over there, and I don't like it. So that's my piece. And yeah, Skylar Diggins definitely said what she said during post game. Apologized to the media about how she didn't show up answering questions in the previous post game, but she wants to win. Skylar is a competitor. She is here to compete.
Yeah.
She don't like to lose, and that's I could respect that. I could respect it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can just hear it in her voice that she's upset and that she cares. And
I
yeah,
didn't know if you wanted to talk about. I know we moved on from Chicago, but your girl Rachel Bannum, they was flaming her on social media because we gonna get to it a little later about the Chicago Sky debacle, but definitely gonna talk about that. But she scored 0 points
yeah.
on Friday. I don't know if you had any thoughts about that because you've
No,
been talking about Rachel. Because one thing you have said and what you continue to say is that you know that she has the potential to be or produce a lot more than what she's been producing. So
yes. Yes. Again, we're gonna go back. Rachel Bannum is a 3,000 point scorer in college. Okay, so that tells you right there, the girl can put it up. Okay, she can score, but it just seems as in there's something going on. I think there's something going on that we gonna find out later down the line. You know how when people come back after they retire and they talk about I was going through something at that time and I wasn't really on my that's what it feels like to me, because there's no way you play 26 minutes and have 0 points. No way. Especially being a veteran. No way. especially the way you can shoot. No way. Okay? Like, I understand that, which we will get into at some point. I understand that you felt some type of way about your teammate expressing herself, but you don't go out like that. If you feel some type of way, I'm gonna come into the game. I'm gonna score 40. Like, I'm gonna score 40 just so that I can put it out on the table for you. Like, oh, you calling me whack? All right, let me go in my bag now. Okay, like, Rachel, I really wish I could get in the gym with her. Like, seriously, like, I'm talking a lot of crap because I'm also a shooter. I'm a former shooter. And I watched this woman play in college. And just next year, Rachel, I just need you to bring it because it's over. It's over. No way. Okay. And then also on Friday, Ryan Howard showed up. She's also somebody that I say is always coasting when she don't need to coast. Like, I really, honestly, Ryan Howard can lead the league in scoring. And I'm talking about 28 points per game, 30 points a game. Like, that is possible for that young lady. She hit 9 threes on Friday. Finished with 37 points, 6 assists.
She can fill it up.
Like, she's like that. This is also why I was so critical of her during USA 3-on-3. Because she was also coasting then. Like, I get that Alicia Gray is, she also the engine on that team, but that team moves and grooves with Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, if she come to play, because she's also she can also be a great defensive player too. Like, when she really wants to be. Again, I feel like sometimes she takes plays off. And sometimes she takes plays off at bad times. Like, not good situations when she takes plays off. And when I mean take plays off, I mean she's not giving 1,000% effort when she totally can. Okay? De'Erica Hamby, what more can we say about her? She's workhorse. She finished with 26 and 7. But the dream came away with that because Ryan Howard was just too impressive on Friday. She was getting it done. Okay. Let's move on to Saturday's games. There was only 2 games on Saturday. Really, I didn't think the Sun were gonna beat the Mercury.
Now the Sun, they looked good. I caught some of that game. The Sun is a good team. I know they record.
Yeah,
I don't know what their record is right now. They're 11 and 31. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's abominable.
But they compete.
No, that's a fact. And
Marina was on fire. Yo, it's Marina.
What they call her, Money Mabry?
Yes, Money Mabry. Money Mabry. I was like, all right, Marina.
And you know what? That too. How I feel. How Marina plays is how I feel.
Rachel. Yep, I knew he was gonna say that.
How Marina be giving it up is exactly how Rachel can also give it up. She just be, I don't know. What are we doing?
Marina be competing.
But Marina, yeah, she also another one that like to win and don't like to lose. Cause she be looking crazy. She be looking crazy, but yeah, that was a surprise to me. I'm not even going to hold you. That was a surprise to me that the Sun actually, didn't let up and actually competed. Because what do they have to compete for at this point? They're not making the playoffs, right?
Nah, they're not making the playoffs. It's just I want to beat y'all. Cause y'all, it's time. I gotta beat y'all.
Right.
Yeah, y'all
Right.
highly stacked team. It's the Mercury. I'm gonna go compete. I'm
Right.
gonna go compete, and they.
They did. They did.
How do you feel about Alyssa Thomas and her? I mean, she's just been filling up the stat line quite literally every week. And you know the ongoing conversation is about like MVP.
Yeah.
Because on Thursday, you know, we had Asia match up against Fee, and we saw
right.
We saw Asia
Make
put
a
a
statement.
stop. Put a stop. Asia was like enough, but like, where you think Alyssa? Like, do you think Alyssa should be more in those conversations? Is the question.
Yeah, I think she's the third candidate in that conversation because Homegirl almost had another triple double on Saturday. What did she had? She did 3 in a row this year. This
Triple doubles.
yeah.
I think she had 3 in a row.
Like I can't state enough how hard it is to record a triple double. Like she did it 3 games in a row. That's a good one.
That would actually be fire.
It would be.
I'm not mad at that.
I like that. I like that. But yeah, she's in the conversation too, man. I mean, when DB came back over to Phoenix, she turned it up.
You saw DB and Caitlin get into it last week too.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin on the sideline talk about, girl, sit down.
Right, sit down. You in
Sit
street
down. Sit down. And then she announced she's also not coming back for the rest of the season due to her groin injury, which makes sense. You know what you talk about all the time. Groin injuries take a long time to heal from. I think she may have played. I don't know how many games she played this season.
Well, she got shut
Less
down.
than 15.
Yeah.
Less than 15. So, yeah, Dewana, that was a good pickup for the Sun. But yeah, they lost. They took this L to the Sun. Your girl Tina. Listen, the fact that Tina still be out there cooking the way that she does.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Playing at a high level still is very impressive. Not to say that she's super old, because she's not. She's not super old. But she got time in. She got time in, and the way she still be cooking is impressive. It's impressive.
Right. I mean, again, if y'all don't know, we grew up playing against Tina Charles. Like we stated at the beginning of the show, we are former student athletes. More specifically from the Bronx, New York. And the New York basketball community is a small community. Everybody know everybody. If you good and you come out of a borough, everybody know who you are, right? Like, and Tina, Roberto Clemente,
Queens representative, right?
Ooh,
Queens,
yes.
Queens rep.
Sisu King, what's up? Sisu King.
Yeah.
Man, the Roberto Clemente Gazelles. Good times.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
she was cooking.
She just keep racking in awards, like records too. Like I forget what most double doubles. She's like second all time.
I'm about to say she surpassed somebody. Yeah, I think she
like,
surpassed. Was it Tina Charles? I mean, Tina Thompson for something.
Might be.
Or was that Dewana Bonner? Either way, Tina Charles is yeah. To your point, she's breaking records left and right, and I don't think she's done playing. I think she got another At minimum 2.
Yeah, she
At
probably.
minimum.
Yeah. And I mean, much love, TC. Much love, because
Yeah.
these knees over here. Mm-mm.
And good win for Connecticut. And we'll
Yes.
talk a little bit later about updates with Connecticut. That's something else that's been brewing, but
Yes.
good win for Connecticut.
Definitely. Other game on Saturday, Lynx versus the Valkyries. I'm gonna just say
Good game.
Natisha Heidemann. She came out cooking.
I wish we had like a just the clapping set. Like I need an applause.
Yeah, she was shooting her behind off on on Saturday.
But she's been like she's been cooking. Like she's
Yep,
been producing at a very high level for Minnesota. Coming off the bench,
that's a fact.
she is a role player and she understands her role on that team and she does it very well. She does it well. She does it well. So yeah, nah.
That's a fact. I mean, they were, you got the culture when they talking about the stud buds during the game. So
Yes.
also during this week, it was released the stud buds Vogue photo shoot.
Which is fire.
Exceptional.
I
The
wonder if
photo
I can
shoot.
find like the picture.
Photo shoot. Fuego. Okay. And that's all you heard the commentators kept saying. She's like, if you don't know, y'all can go check out their spread in the Vogue magazine right now. Okay, stud buds. But yeah, Natisha Heidemann, her little lefty shot, she hit 6 threes on Saturday. And I was like, whoa. Okay, Fee came to play. She had 20 points, 5 rebounds. Courtney Williams, she didn't shoot the ball exceptionally well on Saturday, but she ended with 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. If that's one thing too that I would say about Courtney Williams, she's a good rebounding guard. She'll rebound the ball. Kayla McBride didn't have that good of a game. She shot poorly. She was 111 from the field, finished with 4 points, 3 assists.
But the Valkyries.
You know who? I really enjoy watching the Valkyries play.
That's really what I wanted to spin it back to because, like, they have proved a lot of us wrong. Because I know I also was talking. I was talking crap.
Yeah.
The first few games we watched, I was like, I don't know, they look crazy. But Coach Natalie got them together. I mean, she did. We was mad when she waved
Cheyenne
Sellers.
Yeah.
You know, or I can't say we. Some people, that's no shade. Let me say that. It's no shade. But some people were upset that she got waived, but and questioned Coach Natalie's thought process and building this team.
Right.
And now she's in conversations for Coach of the Year because what she's been like. The Valkyries look good. Yo, they what they remind me of? They remind me of like a tough AAU team. And that's no disrespect to them because obviously this is professional sports, but like I just mean like they just don't give up. They're gonna do all the little things all the time. I think this game in the first maybe couple of minutes of the first, I specifically remember the Valkyries getting like 4 to 5 rebounds back to back, offensive rebounds.
Right.
They're just very tenacious. They play well together.
Yeah.
They are all on the same page. The goal is to win. And like, when do you like? I feel like I haven't seen that in a while. Where like players buy into, like, you see that maybe on a collegiate level, and again maybe an AAU level, like, or high school, but like a professional level,
right.
I don't
Nah,
know.
I love they definitely play hard. And I also have stated that I owed Veronica Burton an apology this year, because she's exceeded my expectations. Like before this, she was just really like a role player.
She
And
averaged like 3 points.
yeah, like she's not gonna fill up the stat sheet at all. But this year, been filling it up. Okay, she had 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and she's been playing like that for basically most of the year. Also, too, their bigs can really stretch the floor. Like Rupert hit shooting threes. Saloon shooting threes. Like I was like, wow. Like they have bigs that can stretch the floor for real. Like, and with that, like you always in the game. Like it don't matter how many points you down. If you got bigs that can shoot the three, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. But I'm looking forward to the Valkyries and who they wind up playing in the first round of the playoffs. They are there. I don't think you want to see them in the first round. Like I'd be kind of scared to see the Valkyries because they play hard. Like and they don't have anything to lose, really.
They
Don't
really
have
don't.
anything to lose. So whoever plays and gets the Valkyries first, that's gonna be a tough series for
How
sure.
do you feel about them not playing the first game of their first playoff appearance
Look,
at home, where their crowd has been? That's another thing. Players have went so far as to say, like, it's tough, not tough, it's extremely loud at the Barclays Center. Like, we hear that all the time. But the other arena that we hear is that's super loud is Golden State.
yeah, Chase.
Um, their home court advantage is important. Obviously, home court advantage is important. Playing in front of your crowd is important. How do you feel about them not playing at Chase for the first game in the playoffs?
Look, I hate it. I really do. But I went on Twitter. I went on my threads and I posted that I thought that the the front office did not believe in them, and Lord, I caused the frenzy on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. And everybody's like, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. This was scheduled in 2023, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, all right. If this was the NBA, this wouldn't have happened. That's all I got to say about that. Okay? Give me the think pieces. Yes, the LeVar Ball Cup. The LeVar Cup. All right. That's a prestigious tennis tournament that was scheduled in place. Contracts get breached all the time, bro. They can get renegotiated all the time. Look, all right. I get it. This was scheduled in 2023. Before the Bay Area got a WNBA team. I went back, did my research. Because I got called out. Okay? But that still don't make this right.
I'm about to say, I still think it's kind of crazy how, you're breaking all these records. Like, the Valkyries have broke a lot of records for first franchise, like, to do, like I said, to do many things as a brand new franchise. And it doesn't. Again, you've heard Veronica, like, she spoke, I think yesterday or something. She addressed the crowd.
Yes, she did.
And like how they reacted to her, like that arena is loud.
Also,
Chase
too,
is loud. They love their team.
Let's talk about how they sold out all their home games this year also.
Correct.
So this is like, it's like a slap in the face for them. They've had an exceptional year, and instead of being rewarded, it's almost as if they getting punished because they gotta go down, they gotta drive, and they can't be in their own facility. Like that's a big part. That
It
plays a big
is.
role.
It does, and hopefully their fans will still show up. I think they will, but again, this being your inaugural season, I think they would have planned that a little differently. And I think again, I haven't done my research. You said you went back. I have not, because I didn't know that. But even with that, yeah, the hot takes, right? I think they should have planned accordingly. And yeah, if it was the NBA, we wouldn't see this. We wouldn't see this happening.
Not at all. They would have made sure that this wasn't a conflict, or if it came up, we would have did something. I appreciate you spending that, but like I just don't like that. I don't like that. As someone who has played in the NCAA, where they've sent me, I'm the higher seed, and I still got to play at the lower seed like stadium. That makes a difference. Like that makes a difference. Now my fans got to travel to this. Like it makes a difference, man. I don't care what none of y'all say. But it was already put in place. I don't care. It's bad timing.
I agree. I agree. I don't have any pushback with that. Oh, Spin Doc's talking about Minnesota. Yeah. The vote cover's fire. It really is. It's dope. It's dope. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. I haven't read the article, but I love the photos that were taken. So, shouts to the Valkyries again, just getting it done, having a great season. The coaching staff, hell of a year.
Yeah. Yeah, and moving on to the games for today. Fever Mystics, bloodbath. Okay. The Mystics lost by 30. Not a good game. Fever. Yeah, the Mystics, they not making the playoffs either, but it's a lot of positivity.
No, yeah, they have a good core, and I think that they're gonna be good. I think this looks a little different maybe next year.
Nah, facts. I still love, Shakira Austin, Kiki, together. I'm hoping that they keep Madison Scott too. That would be nice. I think she's a good addition for that team. And just what Sonia Citron has done in her rookie campaign, that's really a bright spot for the Mystics. It would have been an even brighter spot if Georgia didn't tear her ACL, because I really know that she would have definitely put in work this year as well. So I'm just very excited for the Mystics' future. It just seems like they're going to be a really, really good team come in the next couple of years. The Fever, they were just cooking today. The Mystics really couldn't do anything with the Fever today. Balanced scoring pretty much today. Not too much from any one person on the Fever. Natasha Howard, she had the high today with 17 points, 4 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston had another double with 12 points, 11 rebounds. Odyssey Sims, again, she had 6 points, but 8 assists. Like, she is really a great point guard. Like when we talk about point guards that know how to run a team, Odyssey Sim should be in that conversation when we talking about that. You know who really had a good game off the bench today? The big girl, Damaris Dantes. You remember we talked about her earlier this year with how she lost a lot of the weight and stuff like that. She can stretch the floor, baby. She was shooting today, and I'm like, she was looking really confident. Taking them shots. She hit 3 threes today. She was 3 or 4 from the 3-point line. So she had a really, really good outing. Also, Ariel Powers. You know, she just got on the team not too long ago. She had 15 points today. So she's coming off the bench too. I really like Ariel Powers too because she's just one of those players that you hate that's on the other team, but when she's on your team, you love to have her. She gonna give you effort on both ends, defense, and she gonna hit a shot. That's one thing, she can knock down a shot. So very happy to see Ariel Powers, and she also is a great vlogger too. Like, go look at her. She got about 8,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel, and she really be giving us an inside look on what she be doing. So like now that she's on Indiana, she's giving you locker room footage and stuff like that. So I love when you have athletes that really take this serious and really trying to grow their brand, and she's one of those athletes. So like she was even doing this vlog when she wasn't in the WNBA, like she was in Turkey in limbo trying to figure out what she gonna do, but she's been a great addition to the Fever so far. So I'm really happy to see Ariel Powers get some love. And Bree Hall also too got signed for the rest of the year. So she's doing some stuff. But yeah, the Fever, they came down to DC today and was like, we got it. The Wings and the Sparks are on right now. Who's up?
It's LA 82-68. Now 84-68 with in the fourth with about 4 minutes left. So
yeah, and then we got tonight. We got the Sky versus the Aces. So we're gonna see. I want to see what Rachel do this game. What you gonna do, Rachel?
Yeah, I guess we can talk about the Sky now.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows. If not, it's been an interesting week for Chicago. I didn't get to read the original article where Angel was interviewed. I guess just about her experience with, playing on Chicago and then the future of, staying with the Chicago franchise. And in but so many words, I think, she was just expressing how she felt. Like, it sounded like she was, a little bit, I mean, it seemed like she was keeping it a buck.
Right.
And expressing some things that I think a lot of people feel like she should have waited to express. Waited meaning like waiting until after the season, concluded. However, she was interviewed and she talked a little bit about like, her desire or want to win and what players or type of players she feels like Chicago needs to get in order to win a chip. She's also a competitor. She wants to win, and that is essentially what she was expressing when she was interviewed. She also, from what I understand, called out or spoke about specific players on the team. One being Rachel Banham, which is what Brittany was just talking about. I guess one of the questions was like, do you think you get, I don't know if this is the exact question, because again, I didn't read the original article, but just asking questions about how far she feels like the team and the franchise could get with the current players on the team. So she did bring up Rachel Banham. She did talk about Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney had, something. So she responded to what Angel said. She said, Angel, I guess, alluded to Courtney Vandersloot being a little bit older. If you don't know, Courtney Vandersloot also tore her ACL this season, and alluded to the fact that they may need some additional players to assist in the guard area that may be a little bit younger, And Courtney Vandersloot responded by basically saying, contrary to what you may hear or read, I'm coming back, and my age is not a factor, right? So because of Angel's interview, there's been a lot of conversation around the Chicago franchise. Again, her teammates have responded. They have, in but so many words, responded, letting people know that they were frustrated with Angel's comments. They had a team meeting, in a a locker room meeting to, I guess, express how they feel, hear Angel's thoughts. Angel, went on to, apologize to her teammates during a post-game presser this week. And basically said that, her words were taken out of context a little bit, and that she never, intended to disrespect her teammates. She talked about Tyler Marsh. And because of her comments, Chicago went so far, the franchise, the front office went so far as to suspend Angel for the first half of the game this week, where Chicago played the Fever. That's a brief summary of what has been happening with Chicago. Brittany, what are your thoughts about Angel? First, what are your thoughts about Angel expressing her, her feelings about how the team is made up and just the pieces she feels like they need to be considered a championship caliber team?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like she was really being truthful and honest, and sometimes honesty and transparency is not received well. Maybe she should have kept it in the locker room. Maybe. You never want to publicly kind of throw your team under the bus, whether you're a coach or a player. It just gives outside parties fuel to kind of infiltrate what you guys are trying to build. So maybe I think that might have come because she's young. She's young, she's feisty, and she gonna say what's on her mind. We've known this. This is Angel, but she wasn't lying. I mean, she wasn't lying. And if you're going to essentially be a leader on the team, sometimes you got to have uncomfortable conversations that lead to things getting changed. I don't have no problem really with what she said, because she's just trying to hold the front office and her teammates accountable. Maybe the delivery was off, but the messaging is 100. Yeah, y'all need better players. Yes, because y'all not playing well. The chemistry is not well. If anything, I always praise Minnesota and Cheryl Reeve, because she knows how to put teams together. It's not the chemistry of her teams are always incredible. Does she have a recipe for that? Because that's insane how all her teams have always just molded and meshed together. And with this Chicago Sky team, sometimes it's hard watching them play. It's hard watching this Chicago Sky play sometimes, because it just looks like y'all don't know what y'all doing on offense. There's no real like leader on the floor. I was looking for like Ariel Atkins to be the leader, but she got hurt, this year, and she had to sit out for a little bit. But I don't have nothing wrong with what Angel said. I just think that she could have maybe kept it in the locker room a little bit, and not for the public's eyes and ears to kind of, because this is what happens. Obviously, it turns into mayhem. This is a simple locker room issue, right? Like, you've been in locker rooms, you've had beef with some of your teammates before. This is normal. So I think sometimes the media too, they be taking it out of proportion. Like, they be wanting to make it divisive. Like, she said this about you, and how do you feel about y'all just being messy because that's what y'all like. But this is normal.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that she should have spoken to her teammates, to your point, like in the locker room about it, because it caught them off guard too. Like, and that is what they expressed. Like, they didn't know that she felt the way that she did feel until they read the article. And what Angel has talked about is how, her teammates have been showing up and kind of had her back, throughout just her career. She's still, this is only her second season. She's still growing as a player and as a person. So I'm sure that she's going to take this experience and she's going to use it as a learning opportunity to do things a little bit differently moving forward. However, when it comes to the Chicago franchise, Brittany and I are on record thrashing the Chicago franchise. The front office specifically, they do a bad job in just decision making. Like, let's be for real. And they've been like this for a very long time. I mean, y'all still have these women practicing in a local gym. They don't even have their own practice facility. Like, there was also an anonymous poll taken, and then you also had players that kept it a buck and was like, the worst franchise you can go to is Chicago.
Yeah.
So this is like, everybody knows that, everybody feels that, and it's like the only people that don't get that is Chicago, and I don't understand that. And then for them to go as far as to suspend her for the first half of tonight's game, for the Aces game, she kept it a buck. She kept it a buck about the franchise. There's other players that have talked about the franchises they've spoken, like that they've played for, whether that be on the men's side or the women's side. But we've never seen it get to this. I think it's corny, but it tracks because it's Chicago. And they do stuff like this. I think that all the time. And that's why I wasn't necessarily shocked. I just think it's a bozo move. It's them being the bozos that they are. I don't know how this ends up for Angel. However, she's, in but so many words, been saying like she's gonna do what's best for her. And with that being said, I don't know if we'll see Angel in a Chicago Sky jersey next season. But more will be revealed. But I think how the organization has been handling this specific situation, and then previous situations with other players, have been very poor. And I don't know how many times we have to keep saying these things as like viewers and supporters of the league, but I know that they read comments. Like, I seen somebody saying they're deleting comments on social media. So they're reading the comments from supporters. And it's like, Chicago, when are y'all gonna get it right? When are y'all gonna get it right?
Never.
Angel is disgruntled, and if I were a WNBA GM, my eyes would be wide open looking at Chicago. The new contract would help. Yeah, exactly. I agree. She would get a big contract, whether it's Chicago or somewhere else. Remember, Chicago drafted Angel, and there was no zip. Yep, welcome. Right. I mean,
Right? Remember
again,
that
like
the poor
just
introduction that they had for her.
continuous. It's continuous. It's Chicago. I don't know
Right,
how else. Like, what else to say? It's
right.
Chicago. The owners of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times they have to get called out. I don't know how many times people have to talk about them. D Wade, I need you to. I know you a minority owner, my brother. I
But what
know,
are you
but
doing?
like, what's up? I don't know. It's a lot of goofy stuff that's been happening for a very long time though with the franchise. Like for a long time, Like it's not new. So that's why I'm like, this tracks, but it's like
Yeah,
nobody wants to play for your franchise, yo.
right.
Nobody wants to play for your franchise. I don't want to say nobody, but a good chunk of the league. Again, an anonymous poll was taken. Yeah, he's out there admiring his trash statue. Yeah, that's, yep.
Yes. Mm.
They got to do better, man.
Whew.
Mr. Alter.
Yeah, he's a
And I'm glad somebody else said it on the internet, on Twitter this week.
yep.
One thing Brittany and I have been saying for quite some time about Michael Alter for months. This man is in real estate. He is a real estate developer. Once we learned that, damn near a year ago, we was like, oh, this is obnoxious then. If he's
Yeah,
a real estate developer, why don't these women have any leads as to where they may want to get a practice facility? Why isn't there conversations around practice facilities? Like, so
mm,
like they're and trying to refrain from cursing, but they ass backwards. They ass backwards over in Chicago. So
that's a fact.
we'll see what happens. That's our thoughts on the situation.
Yeah,
Let us know what y'all think
moving
about how
along.
they handling Angel, but we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about this, about the Valkyries. They've showed up in ways in which majority of us did not expect. That's it. We did not expect this.
Correct. They definitely exceeded all expectations. Like I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were gonna win 7 games.
I think a lot of us thought they wasn't gonna win anything past 10. Yeah, Angel to the Liberty. That's what Jody said.
That would be good because people come out to watch Angel play, and you already know how Celeb Row be looking at the Liberty games. She gonna have everybody popping out.
She will, but I know this is further in our conversation, but we might as well talk about it now because Jody said the Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we want the league to
Oh
grow.
yeah, come on.
We want the league to continue to grow.
We
Like
just want to go.
obviously, I will say this: like Brittany and I have, you know how they have like camps, like they have camp day during the W. Brittany and I was on this AAU team where we were playing. We was part of the camp day. We was playing at halftime.
Yeah.
Our teams was playing at halftime. I say all that to say the way like the supporters back then looked of the W and how they look now, specifically like kind of at the Barclays Center, is a little different. It is. It's different. And I think part of like why we're seeing that change is like because people are being outpriced.
Priced out, yeah.
Yeah, priced out. Like this is crazy. What's her name on Twitter? I'm sorry.
Afrocentric.
Yeah, and I know Lauren and K Dot interviewed her.
Yeah.
So shouts to that young lady. But like this is crazy. You see the jump The jump is crazy, as y'all can see. The balance. And I think I either seen another tweet, either from her or somebody else, that made clear, like, hey, I gotta find it. Like the jumps for the last several years,
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
like
yeah.
25 to 26. It was for the last several years. Like I think tickets were as low as like five bands, like
Yes.
$5,000.
She explained this in a thread.
Okay, I'm not crazy. I think in like 2018 or something. I could be wrong, or maybe further back. But at one point, tickets was $5,000. I think for season tickets,
Mm-hmm.
it's like 5 bands, and it went to 7. Then it was 9. Yes, Deidre. Yes, thank you, Jody. Yeah, way up. You see it, like, so the playoffs for the 2025 season at the Barclays Center is 28,000, and then to renew it is 69. So that means like, yeah, like the OGs and the people that have like really been supporting the WNBA for all these years may not be able to attend.
Yeah.
Moving forward, and that sucks. Again, we want the league to continue to grow. Obviously, like we always talk about, numbers matter, ticket sales matter, but like you're also like pushing out people that have been supporting since day one, and that's heartbreaking. This is ridiculous. That jump, right? That jump is not. That's crazy. From 28 to 69.
Unsustainable.
Like it's not right. It's not sustainable. Only a certain, you know, type of person is going to be able to attend these games, specifically at the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
And that's no shade to nobody, because again, we want to grow the league. Like that's the goal. But the crowd look different. I'ma just say the crowd looks different when you go.
Yeah.
That's me being honest.
These price hikes, unsustainable, unreasonable. Like even for like OG season ticket holders, like this is like what are y'all doing to incentivize them to like, this is a slap in the face too.
It is. It really
is.
is. It's disgusting. This is capitalism. This is what we're watching. This is disgusting. Yes, Jody's right. It's sad. It really is. Like it's sad. Wow. And obviously we're not just seeing this in New York. We've seen, I think, at the beginning of the season, like people started posting how much they would have to pay for season tickets, and there was a ridiculous jump everywhere. And that's what we're going to continue to see. It's just I don't like how they're going about this. I don't like how they're doing it. This jump is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
What happened to grandfathering people in? Like,
right. That's to your question about incentivizing, right? Like, how do you incentivize people that have monetarily supported for years? It's not. Thank you. It's not. And that's what I'm getting at. It's not. It's not. It's gone. Gone are the days. It's done. And again, we do want the league to grow. We don't want that to be misconstrued. Like we do. I just think there's a better way to do it. Like that jump, that hike, the price hike is crazy. So I just want to keep there because we talked about Angels to the Liberty. But yeah, back to the Valkyries. They've done tremendous this year. Coach Natalie, again, she always gives props to her coaching staff all the time. Mm-hmm. She also was on record saying like she's like a party pooper. So like she doesn't allow the team and I guess herself to celebrate like these achievements because it's not done. Like she's very much like in the present. Like I'll celebrate that, like, woo, we get the win, and woo, we did this, and woo, we did that. But
right,
it's not like we're not finished.
There's
so
a bigger goal to achieve.
Correct. So she literally said, like, I'm a party pooper. I humble them. Like, she said that. Like, so yeah, she has her eyes on the prize. And a lot of us was wrong. That's it. A lot of us was wrong at the very start of the season when it came to the Valkyries.
Yeah. Very much so.
Shouts to the Valkyries.
Valkyries, dark horse. I'm gonna be honest. We gotta watch out for them. Moving along. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Isn't it so crazy that I've gotten to play against two of these people? Maya Moore, Sylvia Fowles.
Maya
Moore.
I'm sorry. Maya's in here for me. Truly been in here for me personally. Yeah, Hall Moore, period.
Yeah.
Stop playing with that girl, man.
Yeah.
Like, I seen so many tweets talk about, hey, I'm mad because she had more. Yeah, she definitely had more years. To
give.
More years to give. But what she gave in a short period of time, nothing but legendary. I think I saw her, like, her win and loss column was like, her wins was like 470 something. Her losses was like 78. That's craziness. That is craziness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
Look. That young lady, one of the toughest I ever played against. I always say this, like, besides the tough guards that I had on my team and I had to play against every day, Epiphany Prince, Matee Adjuvant, Essence Carsons, Maya Moore was one of the toughest guards I've ever in my life had the opportunity of playing against. Because let me just give you a reference point, okay? Maya Moore is the reason why I did not go to back-to-back Final Fours. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
But that's a good reason why you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go because based off somebody who's chump. She's quite literally top 5, and she's not 5. And she's not 5, and she's not 5. So like,
all right, yeah. Oh, girl.
Good reason why y'all didn't go, because she's nothing to play with.
Look, man, there are just, as a basketball player, as a competitor, there are some games in your lifetime that you will never forget. There will be plays that you will never forget. I will never forget that Elite 8 game playing against the UConn because she didn't have a good game that game. This is the crazy thing, okay? Let me tell y'all. I was tasked with guarding Maya Moore that game. Coach Stringer told me, she said, if ever in your life, B-Ray, she's like, no, she calls me Brittany Ray. She never called me Brittany, just always Brittany Ray. She always said my full name. Yeah, if there was never a time in your life that you played defense, I need you to play defense today. Today is the day. And I did a pretty good job up until...
That's what to say.
Did a pretty decent job up until the latter minutes of the game. Mind you, she only had 7 points this game, but those 7 points were the kicker. I believe she went on a run by herself. Crazy, okay? But got a chance to play against Maya. And then Sylvia Fowles, if y'all don't know, I went to the national championship my freshman year. The game before that, when we played LSU, we had to shut Big Seal down.
I just say, she'll dunk on your head. Stop playing.
Yo,
dunk on your head.
We shut Big Sylvia down that game, okay? Go back and look at the national semifinal in 2007 when LSU plays Rutgers. look at what we did. Okay? I got the picture in my house of me boxing her out. I ain't get the rebound, but best believe somebody on my team did. Box Sylvia Fowles out. Move it back. Okay?
She's an amazing player.
Both legendary players, man.
Legendary players.
Like, you just read their accolades, you just like, whoa. Like, Maya won 4 chips. She won her first chip as a rookie.
Yeah.
Her rookie year. She came out number 1. She was number 1 and won a chip. Her first year.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. Yo, I would love to, man. I would love to. They gotta do like a little documentary with the real Big East. Like,
they should do a real documentary with the real Big East, because that was a crazy, or just NCAA basketball during that time. Because even outside of the Big East, it was craziness. It was really crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, I almost seen Sylvia. Almost, she tried to yam it on us.
That's why I said,
she tried to yam it at the rack, mind you. At the rack, I was on the floor going like this. I'm on the court watching Sylvia Fowles about to dunk it. That was disrespectful. She came into the rack and tried to yam it. She missed though. She missed. But
praise God.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Yes.
Because Sylvia was like that. Those women. Sue Bird was up there talking last night too. Was taking shots at Gino. It was funny. She was. But yeah, no. Maya's speech was incredible. Sylvia Fowles looked great. But for me, Carmelo Anthony's speech.
Yeah.
Amazing speech. If you haven't listened, I implore you to go listen to his speech. He was crying up there. I was misty-eyed in my house. Because what he was just talking about was what it's all about. He was talking about his kids and just always being the underdog. Being the underdog and proving people wrong and showing up regardless of what people say about you.
Right.
Regardless of what people say about you, showing up, using that as motivation to fuel you, and then just also praising the women in his life. That's something else he kept talking about during his speech. His mom was there. He talked about his sisters. He talked about his aunts. He talked about just how important the women in his life how they played a major role and his upbringing and his motivation and how hard he went. It was just a really dope speech. He shouted out the Knicks. He shouted out New York. He shouted out Baltimore. He gave everybody. He showed love. And
we love that.
I thoroughly enjoyed the speech. It was a great speech. So shouts to him. Those were the highlights for me. Dwight Howard, he spoke too. I liked his speech too. It was just beautiful to see. These are great. These are legendary players. These are legendary players. Referees. They're legendary. And to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, saying it's a big deal. It's just, I feel like,
yeah, you got that orange coat. It's like,
yeah, it's not enough for me to just say it's a big deal, because it's more than that. Like, More than half of these athletes will never get to experience that.
Right.
So you are in an elite class, so.
Special.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Moving along, baby. Ooh.
Yeah. Connecticut. So if you didn't listen to our Beyond the 9450 episode, definitely make sure you go listen to that. Hi Mama Flag. Um with the 9450, you can check it out on our YouTube, and then you can also listen to it on all platforms where you can listen to podcasts. But we talked about, what was going on with the Connecticut Sun Sale. And then this week we get news that Connecticut, the state of Connecticut, is like, you know what? We got something to say. We're gonna put a bid in for the team to keep it in Connecticut. So, yeah, the state of Connecticut has now entered the chat, basically, and they're interested in keeping the Connecticut Sun in Connecticut because they feel like they have a loyal fan base. And they would move the team to, I believe, Hartford. So again, it would be in state. They would be avoiding having to pay a relocation fee, which was also like in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and what's cool is that they talked about building a practice facility.
Right.
Which is way overdue, but I feel like, gives them the upper hand. Like, especially in the eyes of like not only the supporters but also the players,
Right.
because that's another franchise that players don't necessarily want to play at or for, which is why Marina Mabry was like, get me out of Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an example. But with them wanting to keep it, like I said, in Connecticut, is great, but we'll see what happens. They're offering more than the $250 million that the WNBA offered to the Mohegan tribe for the team.
Mm-hmm.
They did. I don't think they disclosed how much they offered. But they felt like they weren't trying, like they didn't want to undersell the team. So yeah, we'll have to see if the state of Connecticut can get this deal done. They're meeting with, or I think Connecticut is meeting with representatives of the WNBA this week to further talk about this specific bid. So we'll have to see what happens. If you don't know, the WNBA actually wants to move this team or like change this team into a Houston team, because that's one of the cities that the WNBA had in mind. So we'll have to see how the WNBA responds. And that is the update. Brittany, how you feel about this update?
I mean, I like this. As soon as I seen practice facility, I was like, hey, I like that because it's long overdue, like you said. I mean, the people of Connecticut are fighting for their team. That they don't want. I mean, when we talk about professional teams in Connecticut, this is who else is in Connecticut? There's no professional NBA team. I mean, UConn women, yes. And we know how big of a fan base that is. So, like, I love that they are fighting for their team. Yeah, this is good for the state of Connecticut. They don't want that money to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They state.
That's true. It's money. And Jody said what you just said. Yeah, they literally have nothing else in Connecticut. So they need to get it together and just UConn.
Yeah. Stop
Would
playing.
this be similar to Green Bay and ownership of the Packers? I've seen people talking about that because I'm not super familiar with what's been happening in the NFL, but I have seen comments saying something similar on Twitter. But I really don't know.
Yeah,
Do you know, Britt?
Sure. I'm not sure. I got to.
But I've seen people say that, so I would have to see like the background of that. I'm not privy to like NFL stuff, but I've seen people say that.
For sure. We'll keep y'all posted with that. Moving along.
What's next? Oh
US
yeah, the US Open.
The US Open with the prices, baby.
It's getting. I mean, it's getting more popular.
It is, but the more popular means raise the price.
Yes, we just talked about this with the W. We just talked about this. Capitalism.
$100 chicken nuggets with caviar on it? No. No. No.
Yeah.
I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. Caviar is gross. It's gross.
It's a huge jump. In 1996, they said that the tickets were $35, hot dogs were $4, and a pina colada was $6.75, and a T-shirt was $15. Now, to your point, they got $100 chicken nuggets that got caviar on it. Then the running, like what's really popular right now is the honey deuce.
Yeah, $23.
I kind of want to try the honey deuce because I think it's fire because it got like the lychee, and the lychee look like it's supposed to like resemble the tennis ball. So like I actually like that, and I probably would have tried it myself. But yeah, it's expensive. I think tickets is like I think it was like the lower bowl tickets. That's like when you close to the floor. That joint is 8,000.
Nah.
But then they have resale on the resale market. The average ticket price is $427, according to StubHub. Major ticket like companies have reported to USTA, United States Tennis Association, was like all like the numbers are up in comparison to last year. The numbers are up for purchases, like ticket purchases to the US Open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the US Open this weekend. I was equally excited to see the yes. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it is. And that's what they be talking about. Like all the lower bowl tickets, are owned by like major companies that are able to buy these tickets, right? Like, so Spendoc is correct. Yeah, exactly. That's all this is. Like the celebrities want to come, they want to make sure they seen.
Right.
I gotta get my flick in at the US Open. I gotta have a crazy fit. That's also what we've been seeing. The fashion has been. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been loving the outfits I've been seeing. It's been super fire. Like a lot of them have been super fire. You know, you got the tennis score, preppy designer clothes, tennis chic vibe. Yes, and yes, it's a branding play for. Yes, I agree. It is. Even for the regular, just non-celebrity. If you're seen there, you're somebody. You got to post it on social media. So, yeah, that is what the U.S. Open has turned into. And I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I really don't.
Nah, I mean, it really is the culmination of the tennis year. So, like, this is the big shebang. So everybody is like, I mean, it's a star-studded event every year going to the U.S. Open. I gotta get there at some point because I really need to see Coco live. I would really like to see Naomi live.
Shouts to Naomi. Yeah, shouts to Naomi.
Taylor,
she had a good run too. Taylor, man. Listen. But yeah, shouts to all three of them. And Sabalenka, right? I didn't get to see the match. I gotta go back and rewatch it, but I know it was intense.
Yeah, she won in straight sets.
She wasn't playing.
Anna Samova, there was like a tiebreak in set 2, but she couldn't get over. Sabalenka was just too. She caught fire at the right time.
Yeah, what was that girl? What's her name? That Sabalenka played against? Say it again.
Anna Samova.
She actually took a picture with the lychee with
the drink.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah, she was like, when you lose in 3 sets, she was clowning herself. Like she was clowning herself and was like, and then you go by. this drink, like, yeah, it was funny. Mama Flag said they were also talking about tennis etiquette. Yeah. When it came to Taylor, and Taylor Townsend and Homegirl, that was talking about she's uneducated and all that other stuff, man. Yeah, I think that was. I mean, we talked about it. I think that was out of pocket, out of line. I think the internet did what needed to be done. Like, and apparently, because I've never seen that player play before, but from what I understand, her reputation precedes her, and that she's also a sore loser. She's known to be a sore loser. And the professionalism kind of goes out the window when she does lose, from what I understand, what I've read. So this tracks,
right?
Yes, and that tracks. But yes, I'm glad that it caught attention and people checked her ass like she needed to be checked, whether it was etiquette or not.
Yeah.
Be more intentional with your words. And I understand she's not from America. I understand that, there may be language barriers. Yeah, translation barriers, language barriers. And that's fine. It's actually no. You know what? It's not fine. But they taught her.
Yeah.
You learned her. People put her on game. Like, no, when you don't say that. That's inappropriate. And that's what needed to happen. So
right.
My favorite is seeing the rappers who have turned into big celebs and are now watching tennis. Luda never knew anything about tennis back when he was talking about rollout in the Dirty South.
Roll out.
Yeah. And Mama Flag said people are loud. Yeah, that's another thing like, you got to be quiet at these matches, and people have been loud. The umpires have been like,
yes, please make sure you quiet down through the first.
That's what Mama Flag was. Yeah, Mama Flag said the drinks are playing a part in people talking during the sets. Yeah, they getting out of control. Control your liquor, and if you can't, don't start doing it at the match. Yeah. You got to be quiet. I won't be surprised if they start kicking people out. Right. If it starts getting too crazy. So, all in all, roll out. Literally, roll out. Get out. But I love the fashion. It's bringing in a lot of money. Let me see. How much money? Oh, they're doing a renovation too. They're gonna be doing some type of $800 million renovations for the U.S. Open. And last year the U.S. Open took in more than $559 million. That's a lot of money. $559 million. So I'm thinking this year is going to exceed the $559 million, which is a crazy.
Yeah, it'll probably be upwards of like 750.
And then Sabalenka brought home what, $500K?
$5 million.
Oh, sorry, I'm missing a couple zeros there. I thought it was $5 million.
Yeah, I think her check was $5 million. I think that check was $5 million. Yeah, nice big check. Ups to tennis for paying men and women the same. Yes. Billie Jean King, thank you.
Yo.
Thank
Jody
you, Billie
said
Jean King.
Next year I will try to go to the free fan week. Yeah, because
I mean, we need corporate sponsors to gift us tickets, yo. Like, y'all need to start gifting tickets.
Because the rows be empty. That lower.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, to Spin Doc's comment, like, they don't even be down there.
Yeah, she got $5 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$5 million. She collected the biggest check in the history of women's tennis, they said.
I love that. So yeah, shouts to the U.S. Open. For
really though.
Bringing in that money.
Stimulating the economy.
Yes.
And
um.
moving along.
Yeah. So we talked
The,
about Dick's Sporting Goods. I feel like we talked about them on Beyond the 9450 podcast, just how they've been like diving knee deep into like women's basketball. Within the last maybe 2 to 3 years, they've really been putting more effort and dedication to like putting money behind women's sports. And so this I think it's the second year that Dick's Sporting Goods collab with Nike for It's Her Shot. And I think they only had like 3 locations this year. I think they had more last year, like stops. I think this year they had 3 stops. Last year they may have had 5 to 6 stops. But nonetheless, the New York City stop was yesterday at the Brooklyn Bridge, and um, it's a day of free basketball skill clinics, games, and more for girls from 8 to 18 years old. And it's offering a full day of competitive and educational fun. It includes practice drills, courtside chats, all type of stuff. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Grow Our Game because I saw Chantee and her girls were there. And they seemed really excited to be there. It looked like it was a really dope event. It obviously was beautiful weather, and like playing at the Brooklyn Bridge is always fire. I saw they gave out Sabrina's. So that was cool. Again, the little girls were so excited to be there. And shouts to Jasmine Jones. She was out there coach, like she was training. She was
yeah.
training, those young girls. And like there's always a conversation about how girls, I think between what, I don't know the exact ages, but maybe from 8 to 18 or even before that, like they tend to quit playing basketball. And
Yeah.
so
I believe it's 8 to 14.
thank you. Having these events are important. Representation does matter. And again, yes, thank you, 8 to 14. And so seeing these players out there like excited, just it made me smile. So shouts to Dick's Sporting Goods for doing this again. I think this is their fifth season of doing this. And I hope that it continues. And I think it's important for it to continue and to hit different cities.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the social responsibility of these big brands. Like, if y'all gonna do these things, y'all should have activations because y'all got the money to do stuff like this. It always comes down to, for me, the people who care never have the resources, but the people who have the resources never care to do anything with it. So like this is a case of the people with the resources actually caring, which is a unique situation because usually it's not that way. So happy to see that Dick's Sporting Goods is putting on a community event because that's important. Like not just coming in here and giving us a discount on a product. Like they are coming back and actually hosting activations that are free. Like, yes, we should be seeing more of these things put in place for the youth, essentially. I don't know why. I do know why these corporations do it because nobody cares. I mean, it's simple. If you come from these places, then when you get in these positions, you know how important it is to come back and do these things. So whoever is doing that, they understand that concept, and I'm grateful for that. I just need other organizations to also do the same thing. So shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. Continue to do the great work.
Yeah. So we are now moving into NIL/college news, but I guess we're going to take this opportunity to tell y'all to make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure that you're following also the 9450 on all social media platforms, because we also host a business and sports focused podcast by the name of Beyond the 9450. So make sure that you are tapped in with us over there as well. Make sure that you subscribe. So we are now transitioning to NIL news, like I said, in college sports news. And Brittany, do you want to talk a little bit about Seth Trimble and Ben and Jerry's?
Yes, because I think that this needs to be a trend that the kids who are earning NIL need to tap into. So Seth Trimble, who just turned 21 years old this summer, is now the youngest owner of a Ben & Jerry's franchise in the company's history. Mick Broom, who was the previous owner of the Chapel Hill location, symbolically passed on the store to him by handing him an honorary golden spoon. I like that. That's like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. You feel me? The move reflects the continuing boom of NIL in college athletics, as opportunities such as these weren't previously available to college athletes. Lord knows that if I was privy to this information when I was in college, some of that Pell Grant would have went into the market. I'm gonna be very honest. But that's hindsight now, right? That's looking. But to see athletes thinking about their long-term futures and longevity, he's 21. He ain't gonna be playing basketball for the rest of his life. If he's decently good and gets an opportunity to play professional, 3 to 4 years is what he got. That's the average. Okay? But he already purchased a revenue generating asset with the Ben & Jerry's location. So I really, 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 really love this move. I just would like to read some of the quotes. He says, "Basketball is the thing that I crave most. It's what I love to do, but there are things that I also want to explore. And that's the business world. That's entrepreneurship. That's just seeing what I can do and how successful I can be in these other fields." I love that, because the mindset is telling me that I want to have multiple businesses. Like, I want to eventually expand my horizons past basketball. Like, basketball obviously is something that I love to do, but it's not the all-encompassing thing that's in my life. Like, I do want to explore other avenues. Like, this is why we also talk about, athletes are also investors. That goes back to us, talking about Kobe investing and making the flip in body armor and things of that nature, right? Like, and then him getting James Harden involved and, kind of planting the seed for all these other things. Like, now James Harden's in China doing tours, with his wine and stuff like that. Like, it only takes one person to kind of plant the seeds, and I think that someone did that for Seth, and now he is doing that for other student athletes. So I just think that overall this is a great move. Athletes, like, we are more than that, right? We are more than the thing that we just do. So I really admire this move. How do you feel about this move, Chantee?
I mean, I mirror your sentiments. I just want to read Mama Flag's comment. This goes back to the week before when we discussed financial literacy. Yes. And just like Brittany said, entrepreneurship mindset. I don't think everybody has that, because even in the article, you know, Seth and his family was like, I don't know if I want to take on a business because it's a lot. Like they even understood running a business is a lot. They talked about, you know, we got to get employees, we got to manage the store. So like I like even them being honest and transparent about the thought process of like just being real with themselves and trying to figure out if this is something that they're going to be willing and able to take on, because running a business is not easy, and it's a brick and mortar store. Like people are coming in, people are like, so right. I love that part of the article, and like, no, I agree with you. I think this is amazing. I think that more student athletes will go down this path as we're seeing. And shouts to Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's is
one of the more brands that have integrity.
Like, yeah, and you took the word. Thank you. Just integrity filled brands, and so this is really cool to see. I love that. McBroom, who again, like Brittany said, was the previous owner. He already was forming a relationship with Trimble a few years back, and it's interesting because the store was actually given to him, like somebody handed him the keys in 2008. So like the passing down again, like, are they part of the same family? No, but it's, in my opinion, still generational wealth, especially in the Black and brown community. To know that he passed this on to somebody else that looks like him is also important, especially with it being in North Carolina. I'm just going to say that. Right. This is just, it's inspiring to see. It's exciting to see. And we'll see what Seth does with it. But who don't love ice cream and who don't love Ben & Jerry's? So right. If you are in the like near UNC, make sure that y'all go support this Ben & Jerry's location.
Facts. It was also too like a lot of synchronicities. Like McBroom was also, previous to Trimble, was the youngest franchise owner of Ben & Jerry's, and now he's kind of passing the keys on to Trimble, and he's gonna.
So I think it's like
it's a lot of nice.
It's cool to see that, yeah, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's what it's about. A great story. I'm happy this popped up on my feed. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, moving along.
Travis Kelce.
Kelce, American Eagle.
Yeah, you know he's now engaged to Taylor Swift.
Oh, he's engaged to her now? I didn't even know.
Yeah, he proposed to that girl. He proposed to Taylor.
Wow.
He proposed to Taylor. Okay. But I did not know, because I really don't be in football business. I don't really know. But I didn't know he had like a sports and lifestyle brand. Maybe y'all knew that, like the viewers. I did not. He has a collection by the name of True Colors, and again, it's his sports and lifestyle brand built around the intersection of sports, fashion, and culture. That debuted on Wednesday. But just to like backtrack a little bit, American Eagle and Travis, they're joining forces to create a new limited edition for American Eagle. And some of the NIL stars that they, or rather collegiate stars that they have part of their campaign, as you can see, is AZ Fudd, and then you see Suni Lee. Cayenne. It's Cayenne, yeah. So like, it's just cool how they've incorporated some of the major collegiate athletes into this rollout. And so, yeah, as part of this collection with American Eagle that Travis has, it features more than 90 pieces priced between $14.95 and $179.95. There is going to be a second drop that happens September 24th. But yeah, I think they didn't go into detail about just how, how much money these collegiate athletes are going to be making from this rollout. But I just think it's cool that he incorporated them into this. So shouts to American Eagle and Travis for doing this. And again, I didn't know he had a brand. I had no clue.
You learn something new every day. I think this is exceptional. But you know what, too? Like, the same kids get the same opportunities, really. Like, if you in the cool kids club and you really push for yourself as a brand, you gonna get opportunities. Cause AZ Fudd she been getting to the brand deals. Like whoa.
Okay? Yes.
Been getting to some brand deals. So like, y'all wanna put yourselves in position? Yeah. Start now. Start now, because you a brand, and we've been saying that for the past 3 years. Thrice. Okay. Yes. Shout out to Travis Kelce. This is dope.
Moving on. 2K. 2K26 is now out, but now 2K talking about they going to college. They're heading back to college. They entering the college realm. I think close to like 2-3 years ago. Hi, Mr. SC Bread. Good evening.
Good evening.
I feel like 2 or 3 years ago we reported that AE Sports, was gonna do college basketball as they always do, or just college sport. It was college football. That's what it was. It was college football. But now that the collegiate players can make money off of NIL, they was only offering them like
a couple
$100 to utilize their name, image, and likeness in the game.
And you got a free copy.
And you get a free copy, a couple $100, and that's it. Honestly, I don't think it was more than $500.
No.
It was no more than that. But obviously, like, between the student athlete being more knowledgeable about business, and then also like their agents and lawyers probably telling them like this is not a good deal, a lot of them pulled out of that deal. And so with that being said, like 2K has now entered the chat, and they're now getting into collegiate sports, and they're essentially saying that come like 2027 there's going to be a new college basketball game that they're going to be revealing. If you don't know, there's more than 350 Division I collegiate basketball programs, but 2K is only saying that they're going to feature only or more than 100 programs from across the country. So that would mean that more than 200 Division I collegiate, basketball programs will be missing from the game. And there was a lot of like pushback with that. People were like, I don't like that. What's up with the rest of the collegiate programs? They all need to be on there. And 2K just said that some of the schools that were going to be featured were powerhouses, and it's going to be covering Cinderella stories. So to your point, it may be covering like similar, like, or the same, powerhouse teams, but we'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know how EA Sports feels about this, but I can only imagine that they feel like they're taking an L right now.
For shizzle. And it's so crazy because EA Sports got that EA Sports. They got that brand, man. Like, y'all really dropped the ball. Y'all dropped the ball. Y'all letting 2K come into the market. And 2K ain't even coming in right. They giving us a shell of all the teams. That's crazy. But that's what happens when you don't want to be innovative and you let other people come in, and they let them come in and little bow wow them. That's what happened.
They should have just paid the
right.
Yeah, you gotta pay or give equity, because that's really what that is. Like, had they been like, okay, you'll get some shares or like a part of the company, I think it would have been a little bit different. It would have went a lot different. Man, actually.
I would have Gladly taking them shares. Like, yes. But
we're here now. So we'll keep you posted about that.
we are here.
Yeah.
We are here. And to wrap it up, cultura. Okay. We talked about the fashion at the U.S. Open. Y'all are aware that Sabalenka won. Alcaraz beat Senna. For the culture, we seen this. Y'all know Chantee's heavy into music. Y'all don't have to answer this right now, but we wanted to put it out there in a versus because Chantee just attended Chris Brown's concert. Who wins? Usher, USHERRAYMOND versus he did that thing in the water won't earn it nothing but ladies call Chris Breezy. Okay, we just wanted to throw it out there. Y'all don't have to answer right now. Moving on. I got another question for y'all. How do y'all feel about Labubu's?
Ugly.
Naomi Osaka came in U.S. Open this year, and every round had us a different Labubu. Okay.
They're like taking over everything. I just saw that Michigan, because didn't you send it to me? Somebody sent that to me.
The mascot.
The mascot lost his head, and then he came back out today or this weekend as a they're ugly.
A Labubu.
Yo, Spendoc, I don't know. Will he be doing the cherry thing? I don't know. Let's say he's not doing the cherry thing at the verses. Mr. SC Breast said Usher.
Usher, baby. Usher. Yeah, the cherry, the little thing with the cherry. See, I wasn't a fan of that because first and foremost, he giving y'all red 40. That maraschino cherry that y'all had, that is red 40'd up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He was giving y'all
food dye,
highly processed cherries. I would have been like, Usher, no. Okay. He got a lot of people in trouble. That's what that was. Red 40'd up. Hey, I'm not taking that cherry. All right.
Yeah, I don't like the Labubu.
Oh, and I also wanted to highlight this. Maya Moore's recreation of MJ's pick. Fire.
Iconic
recreation.
I love this. Fire. I loved it.
Absolutely. Whoever said, let's do this, tell me. I want to know that person.
The creative director. Right. I seen the photographer was linked to that. I can't remember her name, but shouts to her too, because the picture was fire too. And I love yeah. And then the actual picture of Maya says, what is it? More something. What was it, Spendoc? You said it earlier. Let me go scroll up. Yeah, it wasn't Hall of More. But that drink was tough. More I gotta go look. I posted it. That drink was so tough. Hold on. That drink was so tough. I gotta find it. But either way, the picture, it's already a classic. It truly is.
Facts.
And like I said earlier, like her win to loss ratio is crazy. Once I seen that stat, I was like, you owe us more years, Maya, but it's cool. It's cool. She owed us more.
She was a GOAT.
Still a GOAT. That's why I'm like, still a GOAT.
Still is a GOAT. Okay.
Still a GOAT.
If she's coming in the gym trying to do player development, I'm on her like white on rice. What?
Oh, it was Need We Say More. That train was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever came up with that concept, major shouts to you.
Nah,
Great execution.
for sure. Definitely fire.
What's up, Kenneth? I haven't seen Kenneth in a minute. What's going on?
That's a fact. Yeah. So that's our show for y'all today. Thank y'all for tapping in. Yeah, we almost hit 2 hours, so we thank y'all again. As always, please make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything. We there. Also follow our partners over at the 9450. That would be great too. We are over there beyond the 9450. Please go listen to our latest podcast, The Price of a Franchise, Lessons in the Connecticut Sun Deal. Okay, where we kind of go in depth about what has been happening with the Connecticut Sun deal. And then also Chantee gives like a high level steps of how to purchase and sell a WNBA team. So go check that out. And yeah, we'll be here.
See y'all for episode 104. Again, thank y'all for tapping in with us and have a great week and a great night. Peace y'all.